All right, so we are on day 2 of working on our Tall Tales writing project, and your assignment for today is to go to slide number 4. So just to remind ourselves what we're working on, we are going to create our own short Tall Tale story featuring a larger-than-life character taking place during the 1800s in America with a problem that's relevant to that time. Our main character is going to do something amazing to solve a problem. And we're going to try our best to work on using correct capitalization, punctuation, spelling, and all that good stuff as we go. Yesterday, I went through and I brainstormed some possible characters, some possible settings, some possible problems, and possible solutions. So I'm really feeling the Gold Rush idea. So today's activity is going to be slide number 4, outlining. So basically, we're just going to plan out the beginning, middle, and end of our story. So if you recall, when we create a narrative and we work through the plot, in the beginning is where we're going to think about who the character is and introduce the character to our reader. So I'm going to click in my text box. I'm just going to hit enter. So in the beginning, I'm going to introduce my main character. And I'm going to use myself. I'm going to be the Tall Tale character. Oops. That's my first job, is to do that. So let's think about when I introduced Gina Hanko, what's so amazing about me? Gina has superhuman strength and speed. She is regular size, so I'm not like Johnny Cobb or Paul Bunyan. I'm not like huge. Maybe Gina came to California, because I want to introduce the setting in the beginning also. Maybe I'm going to sell something to the Gold Rush prospectors. I want to think of something silly to sell. How about underpants? Okay, so remember, in the beginning, your job in writing any narrative is to kind of introduce your main character and get them going so that your reader knows who they are and what they're about. We also want to establish our setting. So setting includes the time and the place. So California during the Gold Rush, so that's my time and place. And that's basically our job in the beginning. In the middle, we want to begin to, we want to establish our problem. So because I'm an underpants saleswoman, the prospectors, maybe they're not finding gold. So they can't afford to buy more underwear. So that's my problem. Why can't they find gold? Maybe they are spending too much time digging into rock and the work is difficult and slow. So I'm kind of thinking of a hydraulic mining as I do this. You know how they had to like blast away the side of hills and stuff like that because it was a lot easier than digging into the side of a hill. Like water was gold, the prospector's friend. So maybe, you know, they're trying to do this without water because there's not water around. Maybe they could really use some water. So maybe I'm going to create the Sacramento River and tributaries. Tributaries are little rivers that run off. Okay. So Gina took up a shovel and pickaxe and started to dig a trench. Oops. From the top of the Sierra Nevadas all the way to San Francisco Bay. She also dug smaller trenches leading the way to the mining towns surrounding Sacramento. So those little rivers ran to all the different mining towns. When the snow melted, the trenches filled up with water for the miners to use. So I'm just kind of like thinking about how the story is going to flow. So reviewing again what the beginning, middle, and end of any narrative should look like. The beginning, we're trying to figure out who our main character is and where they are and the time and the place. And then we're going to, in the middle, introduce a problem. So go back to your planning to grab one of those problems there. And then we're going to think of something amazing our character can do to solve the problem. So my character basically dug a bunch of rivers and super quickly because she's super fast and super strong, and allowed water to get to the prospectors so they could use that to search for gold. So yeah, this is the hardest part, right, of writing a story, is these ideas and trying to make it all fit together. So, take your time, do your best. You can always go back and change it if you want to. All right. So this is what we're trying to create today, is just kind of outline what we're going to do. And then tomorrow we'll try to write it out in a more complete story.